Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday and Happy New Year. Welcome to our family group service. My name is Naokimi Ushiroda, and I am the pastor of the Family Fed Northeast region. Thanks for joining, and I hope you'll find some inspiration today through the message and also experience God's love in your family group. So I'd like to always come back to our mission. Our mission is really to share God's heart of hope, love, and peace to all families. Again, I'm grateful that you can join us today to start off this new year together. So today, the topic is setting goals with God. Yeah, it's already 2026. I hope 2025 was good for you. But this year is a special year. It's the year of the fire horse, which is a year of boldness, independence, and rapid progress. It's also a year for each of us to embrace change and pursue our goals with passion. So my hope is that by the end of this message, you'll feel a little more confident about setting goals, learn a few tips about goal setting, and commit to 1 to 3 goals for this year. So let's begin by defining goal. Goal is the object of a person's ambition or effort, an aim or desired result. So what is setting goals with God? Well, simply, it's about including God in the process of setting your goals for this year. So the more important question to ask is why? Why set goals in the first place? Actually, many people don't set goals. Statistically, I think only 6% of the population actually sit down to write down and set goals. And it makes sense. A lot of people don't like setting goals. The number one reason why is fear. Fear of failure. It's like, why would I set goals which just makes me feel like, or I feel pressure, or maybe if I set goals and I don't achieve it, then I'm going to be a failure. So there's a lot of reasons, or one main reason why people don't set goals is because of that. But I really want to encourage you to consider setting goals for the new year. Actually, it's not just about one time a year. You can set goals throughout the whole year in different time periods. But it's really important to be able to set goals for your life. Let's read. Proverbs 29:18. Where there is no vision, the people perish, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he. So 2 points stand out here. Well, first is that it's so important to have a vision. In one sense, it's one of the most destructive things not to have a vision, purpose, direction in your life. And I don't know if you've ever been there before or you know someone who has, but when you don't have a sense of purpose or direction, it can be very depressing. So it's really important to always seek and have vision in your life. The second part, it says, he that keepeth the law, happy is he. This means that it's not just randomly setting any kind of goals, but to make sure that your goals are within the framework of God's law, or what I like to call principle. That if you do things according to God's design or the principle, then just naturally things flow better, and you will find more fulfillment, more ease, and as it says here, happiness. Here's a quote from Father Moon, Reverend Sun-Myung Moon. Before your ship sets out on a voyage, you have to know where it's going. Okay, very simple. but it kind of highlights the point that the importance of having a destination in order to know where you're going. Actually, for me, I like having clearly set goals because it does provide clarity, and it also saves a lot of time for me. Once you know what the goal is, and it's not just for me, but when I run groups or manage teams, if the goal is articulated clearly, it's so much easier to make decisions because you simply have to ask, does this decision or action better help achieve the goal or not? So if you don't have a clear purpose, it all comes down to opinion, preference, so on and so forth, and it gets very unclear. But with a clear destination, then it becomes easier to collaborate and make decisions. Okay? So I would say number one reason for setting goals is purpose, having a clear sense of purpose. Second reason I think is really important is productivity. There was a study done in Virginia Tech, and now it's been a little while ago, but it was a study where they followed graduates over the course of 30, 40 years. And they found that those who set goals, means they wrote down their goals regularly or at the beginning of the year, they achieved, over their course of life, 9 times more in overall wealth than their peers who didn't set goals. 9 times more. So let's say, let's just throw out a number. That's the difference between, let's say, earning $1 million over the course of your lifetime and $9 million. Now, money isn't everything. It's just one metric. But imagine if you're just 9 times more productive in every aspect of life. Not just finances, but in your family relations, in your career, in your personal growth. That's a lot to leave on the table by not setting goals. So I truly believe it is in your best interest to set goals. Rather than not, you will be more productive. And the third reason, now this is a more deeper reason, and I think most people don't really get to kind of explore this too much. I believe that by setting goals, you can better experience the presence of God in your life, if you choose to. Okay? And this is in different ways. Number one, well, this is the third point, but one aspect of presence, God's presence by setting goals, is that when you set goals, it is one of the few unique aspects that God gifted human beings to be able to do. Okay? No other creation has the ability to create other than human beings. And what is create? Create is basically to envision or develop something that doesn't currently exist. That's, by definition, creativity, the ability to create new things, right? So, as you know, God created this universe, and He gave us the ability to do the same. Okay, so by actually exercising our creativity, it's actually tapping into this unique God-given power of being able to create, or I like to say co-create, because it's really together with God that we can exercise full creativity. And, it's kind of like the fundamental practice of faith by setting goals. Faith is fundamentally believing in the unseen, right? Believing in something that has not yet happened. That is faith, right? So setting a goal is kind of like believing, not kind of, it is about believing in something that hasn't yet happened yet, right? So goal setting can be a very important faith practice. To be able to set something that it's not guaranteed that's going to happen, but you set it with faith, trusting that God will be there to support you in achieving it, and then seeing what happens. Okay. And finally, with proper reflection, you can see there's this magic, this bonus or this bonus where you can experience the awe of how God worked in your life to achieve the things in ways that you didn't even imagine. So in so many ways, I feel like if you do goal setting intentionally, by inviting God into the process, you can also feel more vividly the presence of God in your life. Okay, just to share a little bit about my experience this past year in 2025, I set some pretty ambitious goals. We had, actually during that time at the beginning of 2025, I was really helping with an overall major fundraising campaign to support the Cheongung Peace Palace in Korea. I think the goal was actually over $10 million. So yeah, that was one of the goals. Also, I wanted to develop a program to help our own members to develop their financial fortune and strength. And and even this project, this program, the family group service, was one of the goals that I really wanted to achieve later in the later half of 2025. And amazingly, all three of those were accomplished. The Financial Fortune Program, we had over 100 registrants, participants. The Family Group Service, it started in August and it's going strong. This is the sixth session or service that we're providing each month, once a month. And the fundraising campaign, we surpassed the goal and reached even $12 million in donations. So that was exciting. Also in the area of my family, I set this goal really to go on trips with my wife particularly and my family. At least the goal was 4 times to go to places and see beautiful views. That was really what she requested and I felt would really bring her the most joy. And yeah, it was amazing. We were able to travel to the Bahamas, also visit Montreal and Quebec City in Canada. And for the first time, we visited Portugal, the cities of Porto and Lisbon. So that was really great, really be able to experience new things and see beautiful sights with my wife and my family. And personally, I set some ambitious goals for achieving financial development. And I do confess I didn't quite reach my annual goal. I got close. But it wasn't just about earning, it was also about managing my time and working within a 50-hour work week, which I'm happy to say I was able to achieve last year. Again, just because we set goals doesn't mean everything goes smoothly. There were major challenges this past year as well. Actually, my father passed last year. That was challenging. Also, physically, there was one incident where I fractured my wrist, and for maybe 3 months, I couldn't really fully function and type, and it really made me feel grateful of having a functioning body. And as you know, there's also an ongoing situation with mother's incarceration. There were many challenges last year as well. But by setting goals, I feel like I was able to really lead an intentional life, achieve amazing fruits, and also see how God was also working even beyond what I had set as my goals. This is like the awe factor or the bonus, things happening beyond what you set. And I won't go into too much detail, but one of the really big highlights for me was my son not only graduating from college, but being able to start working, finding a great job within 6 months. So, yeah, and I graduated from being the New Jersey senior pastor. I was actually asked to take on a greater role to serve more communities around the country. So, yeah, it's been a great year, and yeah, I hope that really through sharing this, it's not to impress you about all the things that happen, but it's really to impress upon you the significance, importance, and the excitement of being able to set goals properly. So, all that talk about why setting goals, I hope you're at least intrigued about setting goals this year. But the next question is, well, how? How do you set goals with God? I'm going to go back to this quote, where there is no vision, the people perish, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he. So the first thing I'd like to say in terms of how to set goals is really this framework of 3 areas. In the principle, we call it the 3 great blessings. Okay, the 3 great blessings that God guided us to really pursue. And there's a quote in Genesis about being fruitful, multiply, and having dominion. Fruitful is really about maturing yourself, becoming more one in heart with God, and continuously growing your personal self. So that's, I put it here as third, but it's the personal development. Multiply, we refer to as really growing your family, and really investing in that. And having dominion, the third blessing, is really about your unique contribution, impact, career. That's like the mission, okay, or work. So I believe it's really important to set a framework of setting goals, and I encourage you to set goals in each of these 3 areas. Let's read this quote. In your studies, you may have a favorite subject. The subject should be something that you value, that suits your aptitude and catches your interest. It should be something that you will enjoy all the time. You have to focus on and study that subject. Okay, this is a beautiful quote from Father Moon. So the second part, once you have the framework of, personal development, family, and mission or work, is to reflect on your own personal gifts and passions. Okay? This is your unique way of contributing. It's also your unique way of experiencing joy. It's also your unique way of co-experiencing joy with God. So it's important to really apply these kind of strengths and passions into your goals. Okay, so that's really the second part of setting goals with God. First is to frame it into those 3 areas. Second is to apply your strengths and passion in each. So for me, I love empowering others. I love training, coaching. So always in my goals, it's related to that in my mission or work, is to how to raise up others, how to empower others. If you notice, all the different projects that I'm really passionate about is related to that. And my family, I think I do enjoy traveling and experiencing new things, particularly with my wife. So that's a big aspect of my goals related to my family. And I am a ambitious achiever for things. I just love things, setting goals, achieving them, playing video games, seeing how much I can do in terms of my physical strength or fitness. So my goals are always related to measurable achievements of my personal abilities. Okay, but it's really important to know yourself. Take the time to study and learn, reflect what are your strengths and passions. And finally, the third step, trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him and he will make straight your paths. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 through 6. So this is kind of the final piece, to be open to God's plan. Even though I'm very clear about setting my goals, I'm always open to, maybe God has a different idea on the goal itself. Or maybe the way that I pursue or achieve the goal, God has a different plan. So instead of resisting things that happen, kind of being open to always seek, okay, what is God's intention behind this situation? How would God like me to respond to this situation based on the goals that I have? And by doing that, it really allows you to kind of co-live or co-create, co-experience life with God. Okay? So, in summary, what we talked about was about setting goals with God. We talked about why, that it provides purpose, productivity, and presence, ability to feel God's presence in your life. And how was really about setting the framework of the three areas, also applying your strengths and passions and being open or inviting God into the process of both setting your goals and also in the journey of pursuing your goals. I want to end with a quote. This is from Mother Moon, or the Holy Mother Han. Let's read it and then I'll share a little bit more. True parents set as their lives providential goals the liberation of God, the salvation of humankind, and the realization of a peaceful ideal world. And they have completely invested their lives for the sake of those achievements. This couple, Holy Mother Han and Reverend Sun Myung Moon, they're really a source of my inspiration. Their whole lives, they set an amazing goal of really liberating the heart of God and the sorrow that they felt God was experiencing day to day, and ultimately to provide a way for all humanity to reconnect with God in its original form, and create this kind of peaceful world. And even today, even in these challenging situations, she's continuing to encourage us and encouraging us to contribute to that dream of establishing a peaceful world, first with building our personal connection with God, sharing God's love in the family, and ultimately to the society, broader community, and the world. So I really hope that you can also keep in mind, as you set goals for the year, how your growth, your achievement of your goals can contribute to this ultimate outcome of creating a more peaceful world. So I'd like to, at the end of this, after the message, I'd like you to reflect on the question: what are some goals that you are excited to pursue with God in 2026? So in conclusion, I've already set my goals for 2026. Yeah, it includes a 7-day trip to Italy with my family. Also, I'm really wanting to help support a few of the communities to really break through in their growth in 3 areas of financial growth, community growth, and helping singles to prepare for marriage. Those are 3 main areas. Yeah, and I'm also have a pretty exciting fitness goal that I'm working on this year. So I hope that today, the most important thing is to come back to that first quote from the Bible: "Without a vision, the people shall perish." It's so important to have a direction in your life, and ultimately to include God in that process. You will be more purposeful, more productive, and more happy, being able to exercise that God-given creativity and see the progress in your life through doing this. So I encourage you, please set a goal for this year, and let's see what can happen together. May God bless you and your family this year, and take care, everyone. I hope to see you again next time.
Sense on the beat.
Its sense on the beat is specified.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams are so world that we